In this video, I'm going to show you how I repair this crease dent on a Mercedes door just by using the paintless dent removal methods. By using glue, tabs and a puller, I'll show you how I repair this from start to finish. So grab a brew and enjoy. Hi, I'm Martin Sadler from Dent-Remover and welcome along to another paintless dent removal video. So in this one I'm going to show you how I repair this crease dent on a Mercedes AMG A35. So I've wrote out the main factors of this dent already, and we need to do this so we know how much it's going to cost the customer. So first of all we need to measure it, and use my ruler. From top to bottom it's 111 mil. Okay, so I've already wrote it down. We need to know if it's a round dent or a crease dent. It's an obvious crease dent. Access, well, I've already checked, and in the middle here it's restricted, meaning I can't get to the back of it because there's an inner brace, but I can get to the top and the bottom. So I could really struggle and get a bar in there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be using the glue pull method. So I'll be sticking tabs on the outside and pulling the dent out. So it's restricted access and it's a glue pull repair. As it's a glue pull repair, I need to check the paintwork to see if it's original or not, but I'm sure it is because it's a brand new car. And it's coming up at 113, and it's in the green and it's steel. So that gives me confidence in carrying out a glue pull repair, and yeah, let's get on with it. Going to wipe all this off, and throughout the video I'll tell you exactly how much it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through how I repair this dent, and I'm going to use the Keco 6Cs for this. So on behalf of Keco, I'm going to run through it just so you know how to remove a dent with glue. So we've got the 6Cs, like I say. We've got check, choose, clean, cut, correct and continue. So check, first of all, it's pretty much what I've done. Check, always check OE procedures, check the material type, check the extent of the damage using using a lamp, and turn on the glue and make sure it's on the right temperature. So I've done all that. Now we're going to choose. I need to choose the best tab to repair this dent. So what does choose mean? So basically we need to choose a tab and a lifter, and we need to know what kind of material we're working on. So in this case it's steel. If it was aluminium, we'd be using a solid coloured tab. These are a lot more flexible and they retain the heat more. As it's steel, it's best to use an ice tab. There you go. Okay, so that's the tab picked. For a lifter, we pick something like this, just a basic lifter, everyday use with normal feet. I'll be using this, but also I'll be using a slide hammer as well, because I don't really want to start making more damage, or potentially making more damage if I'm using the lifter. Okay, so we've got the lifter and the slide hammer. Next is clean. And cleaning just means that you're going to remove the contaminants from the panel. So if it's just coming off the streets, it's ideal just to use a G3 in the area and rub it around. You need to use a green cloth because the green cloths are the best. Okay, once you've wiped all that off, or you can machine polish it as well, we need to degrease the panel. So what we'll be using is 99% isopropyl, okay, in a blue bottle. Spray the area using a clean cloth again, and just give it a good wipe, okay? Needs to be super clean. Lovely jubbly. Right, coat. Okay, so we're on to number 4, and what does 4 mean? So it's coat. So it's how do I apply the glue to the tabs? Well, first of all, we need to heat the panel up to 120 Fahrenheit or 50 degrees. And also, while we're at it, just go over the tab as well. Just takes off any kind of residues. And then what we need to do is we need to fill the tab up with glue. So I've done this earlier. Stick the glue on, and it needs to go to all the edges, okay? And then we're ready to stick it on the panel. So I'm at number 5 now, so it's the correcting process. So using my infrared gun, I need to be pulling at about 29 degrees. So it's at 29 degrees now, and it's just dropping slightly, okay? Remember, we've got to use the double action process. This creates metal float wherever possible, applying slight upward tension to the tab by ways of the lifter, which is the lifter, okay? So we're gonna pop the lifter onto the tab like that. Just take up any slack, make sure the feet are fully flat to the panel, and then we're just going to give it some light pulls, okay? If you can see that. Okay, once we've done this, okay, we need to knock down any highs wherever needed with the selected knockdown tools. This is a secondary part of a double action process, creating metal flow, helping to restore the original panel tension, okay? Number 6 is continue. That means continue and repeat the process. So once that tab has come off the panel, we need to clean it off with the isopropanol, okay? Warm up the panel to 50 degrees, put the tab on with the glue, wait to 29 degrees, pull it, and repeat the process. And that is your 6 C's from Keco. Right, I'm gonna fix this now, okay? So, I know the instructions. Okay, so let's get back into it. Just gonna degrease the panel again, okay? And then warm it up. So at the moment it is at 14 degrees. Excellent, it's at 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So now I'm gonna put another tab on there. I was using the skinny tab, but I am now going to go for a smaller but thicker tab, okay? It's a lot stronger as well. These shoulders are super strong. Pop the glue onto the tab, like that. Okay, and then reapply it to the dent, making sure that this crease tab is in the center, the deepest part of the dent, okay? And then we need to check it with, there you go, that's better. So we're at 45 degrees, so we just need to wait until it gets to 29 degrees. And while that's setting, I can get my slide hammer. I always just, personal choice, but I always just check the side of the glue as well. Once it stops sticking to my glove, it's about ready to pull. So we're at 38, 31. Okay, right then, with the slide hammer, give it a couple of medium to heavy tugs. It sticks well, doesn't it? So now what I need to do is just spray it with the panel wipe, the isopropanol, take that tab off and see how much of the damage I've pulled out. There we go. And back on again. Lovely. 29 degrees, it's at 56 at the moment, 47, 37. So for this, I'm just going to change the feet on the mini lifter. I'm going to pop these on, these feet. So these are for crease repairs. See it, look? Okay. Always make sure that these feet are clean as well. Okay, because you're going onto the paintless surface, and because it's paintless dent removal, we are not painting anything. But also for GPR, glue pull repair, when you're using this system in a body shop, it's always best to keep things clean. Okay. I'm just going to pop that on there. And then see. "23 degrees, okay. Give it some light pulls. I'm just going to take it off, just check. Okay. And then I'm going to get a bigger slide hammer on there. It's just a heavier weight. Moved a lot of that, that's good. Right then, get this glue off. So it was maybe a little bit too cool by the time I pulled it with a slide hammer, because it came off a little bit bitty like that. So let's have a look with the other camera. It's a bit wobbly. Okay, so that bottom part's come out pretty well. Gonna just go up a little bit further. Sorry, no, what I'm gonna do is just gonna tap this bit down and then work myself up a little bit further. And this is where number 5 on the 6Cs comes in. So we've got correct, basically meaning pick your knockdown and your hammer. So this is the knockdown that I'm gonna use. This is just a basic one from Worth. And then just carefully tap down those high areas until it's level with the panel. Okay, let's stick another tab on there and pull it a bit more. Okay, we are at that must have taken the dent out. Oh yes, that's got it. So the brace inside, that must be bonded to this panel, because that was some serious pulling power with the weighted slide hammer. So it must have definitely been bonded, like I said, to the inner brace. But I'm happy that it started to move. So I'm just going to go back to number 4. Number 5, correct. Tap it down. Also, there's a bit of a crown at the top as well, so I'm going to tap the crown down as well, and then carry on glue pulling. So let's have a closer look. I've just pulled this centre out here. Okay, so that just needs blending back down with a knockdown, and this area at the top is the crown that I mentioned. Okay, so once this bit has been tapped down, that is going to draw this dent out anyway, naturally, and then I can carry on glue pulling. But yeah, it's coming out pretty well. So we tap down the crown first. Lovely jubbly. And now just down here a little bit, centre of the dent, and just drop those shoulders down a little bit, blend it back into the panel. So we're just using two different types of knockdown there. I was using a very blunt nose knockdown. That'll knock a lot of the metal down quickly. And then this one, it's called a cherry cap. It's a lot more precise, but still it's not really gonna damage the surrounding material, the metal. Just gonna knock down a small amount. Okay. Now that the dents have been reduced, this tab is now bigger than the individual dented areas. So I need to change this tab. So that was from here. Okay, so I need a smaller tab. Could go for that one maybe, or that one. Could also go for a smaller one down here to be a bit more precise. And again with the ice tabs. Okay, but I think I'm happy with this choice. So I'll stick some glue on there and let's just have a little look. Okay, so that fits that dent okay, and then that fits that. And again, that's just coming under the choose number 2. So check the tab to get the correct tab for the size of the dent. Okay, leave that to set for a couple of seconds. 50, 36. The 6Cs, they are very well worth going through over and over again. If you're a beginner to glue pulling, using the 6Cs, you'll just hit it on the head every time. You'll get consistent pulls. The tabs won't fall off. You're going to really pull that damage out. So if you stick to the 6Cs, you won't do bad. Okay. Where's my slider map? Right. 31, 29. Okay. I don't want to be pulling this one really hard because there's not much of a dent there. So just some controlled pulls. That'll do. This one, the dent is still in there, so I'll give it a bit more on the slide hammer. Okay. Get that isopropyl on there, and that one came off nice. Is this one going to come off? That took some unsticking, did that. Probably won't put as much glue on this one. Bit less. There you go. I'm going to go into the middle this time. There you go. You can see the dents coming out really well. And what are we at now? 32, 30. Still sticking to my glove. Just double check it. Yep, happy with that. Consistent pulls every time, keep telling you. Okay, now I've corrected it, I am going to continue. While you watch me frantically repairing this dent, I'd like to say thank you for watching this video so far, and if you have any questions about the dent repair or the Keco system, feel free to leave your comments below and I'll reply to your questions. Just knocking a few of those high areas down. It's looking really good. Right then. So I did say at the start of this video that I would price it up for you, and I'll do it live, okay? So I'll do it in front of you. So I am going to be using mobile MTRX, okay? This is our estimating software that we use all the time. So I put down the factors on the door. I wrote them down at the beginning. Basically, it was a 110mm dent. Okay, so we go for 120. There's £10 difference between the 100 and 120. I'll tell you why in a second. So £185. It was a crease dent, a defined crease dent. So we have to go into factors. We've got crease dents. There's 15% on top for that. Also, it's a glue pull repair, so I need to put it down for that. That's 25% extra. Okay, is there anything else? I do not think there is. £259, and I know I've gone a little bit higher up on the estimation of the size, but I've factored in cost of glue, rags, isopropyl, stuff like that, and cups of coffee. Okay, so that comes out at £310 pounds and 80p. That's English pounds, that's not dollars. You guys in America, you probably charge double for that, I don't know. But in England, that's a respectful price for this kind of repair. And a repair like this would take me a couple of hours to fix. So it'd take me 2 to 3 hours, or a morning, or an afternoon. And the advantages of PDR is that you don't have to get it full of filler and paint the sides. And a lot of my customers do not want paint on their vehicles. So there you go, okay. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a very slight crease in the center of this dent, okay. And I need to pull that out, but I need to be very, very precise. So I need to match the damage with the tab, okay. So we'll look here. Very small, okay. And these are ice tabs, so these are perfect for this type of dent, okay. So just spin it round. Where's that crease? That tab will fit in like that. So I'm going to show you how this works. Again, make sure that the area is super clean, and then we need the heat gun again. Get things warm. Okay, and then a very small amount of glue, just enough to cover the face. And then pop it right in the center of this little crease. Give that a couple of seconds to go off, and then I've swapped the feet around again, so it's only going to pull the tab up, and the shoulders will of the panel will stay. There you go, like that. Let's check, see if it's the right temperature. 29 degrees, bang on. Right, here we go. So what I do with these is I just take up the slack with my hand, give it a few little tugs. Okay, I've always got my hand underneath just in case it drops down. Give it a few little tugs, and then increase the pull on the handle. And let's have a look, see what it's pulled out. There you go, bang on. Tiny little bit at the top. So I'm just going to tap this bit down, blend it back in, and then carry on a little bit further up. And yeah, it's working really nice. I'm just cross-checking from different angles just to see if there's any last remaining bits, last remaining ripples that need repairing. I can see a couple, but I'm nearly there. So I'll show you, get a close-up of this. So that's where the damage was. Okay, so what I can see is a bit here that needs to be done, a bit here, and a little bit there. So these are very minor imperfections or ripples. Just needs a little bit more time with some very, very fine tabs just to lift those out and then blend it back with a hammer and knockdown. So not long and it'll all be done. So I think I'm about there. I can't see anything, which is always a good sign. So I've got the fog board on there, and I've also got the line board at the back, just been cross-checking a few times. It's taken me about 15, 20 minutes to just take those last imperfections out. So let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look with the line board. Just bring it a bit closer. Bring it a bit closer. So this is where we're looking. So there you go. That is how to glue pull a crease on a car door using the 6Cs process with Keco. That's come out very well. I just need to give it a quick polish up just to take off a few of the tapping marks, and that's it. There's no sanding, no filler or paint work, just paintless dent removal. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon on my next video. Cheers.